Most of the time, people are searching or asking for the most affordable cities when they're thinking about moving somewhere. But what about the most expensive cities? Well, today we're gonna talk about the top 5 most expensive cities when it comes to living or moving to Georgia. So let's go. Let me set something straight before we start the video. And don't click away because this is very important. There is not much fluctuation in Georgia when it comes to grocery cost, transportation cost, or utility cost. Therefore, you will notice that this top 5 list is based on the housing cost. And the housing cost over the last couple of years went up everywhere in the United States. So here are the most 5 expensive cities when it comes to housing costs in Georgia. Coming in at number 5 is Alpharetta, Georgia. Alpharetta, Georgia is about 25 miles north of Atlanta in Fulton County. And Alpharetta actually offers you a little retreat of that big city life you will experience in Atlanta, in less stress, not as much hustle and bustle, but they still have a lot of shopping and entertainment options for you up there. Alpharetta, Georgia is home to many big corporate headquarters, and high wage earners make up most of the population. The unemployment rate in Alpharetta, Georgia is super low compared to other cities around the state. Alpharetta's public schools are great. Their public schools are above the average test and proficiency rate, and Alpharetta actually has the highest concentration of top-ranked schools in the state of Georgia. Alpharetta's median home price is 86% higher than the national average, and Alpharetta offers a bunch of new construction communities with a lot of amenities like pools, spas, recreational center, tennis courts. Alpharetta, Georgia also has a bunch of multi-million-dollar communities with access to golf courses, the pool, the spas, the recreational center, and all that other stuff. The average sales price in Alpharetta 2021 was $595,000, and that's why Alpharetta is number 5 of the most expensive cities in Georgia to move, live, or buy a house in. Number 4 on the list is Sandy Springs. Sandy Springs is the perfect balance between urban and suburban life in Georgia. And Sandy Springs is just miles outside of the Atlanta metro area. Sandy Springs is also home of huge corporate headquarters like UPS, Arby's, and Mercedes-Benz USA. Sandy Springs is a thriving city on the Chattahoochee River right outside of Atlanta, and Sandy Springs has a lot of green space, parks, and playgrounds for kids. They also have a lot of open air concerts and family activities throughout the year. So Sandy Springs is the perfect city for someone who really does enjoy the outdoors, the green spaces, parks, goes out with their kids and plays, or enjoys family festivals and open air concerts. Sandy Springs has a lot to offer when it comes to housing, from regular residential areas to high-rise luxury condos, new construction community, as well as custom-built estates. But due to desirability and people moving and wanting to move to Sandy Springs home prices have skyrocketed, and they're much higher than the national average. The average sales price in Sandy Springs is $597,000, and that's why Sandy Springs is the 4th most expensive city in the state of Georgia. Number 3 on the list might be a surprise for you, and you probably did not have that one on the radar because it's all the way up north. I mean, all the way. Blue Ridge. This little historical town is number 3 of the most expensive cities to live, buy a house, or move to in the state of Georgia. This little town in North Georgia, Blue Ridge, has a lot to offer. They are surrounded by beautiful lakes and the forest. They have a lot of independently owned restaurants, retail shops, community events, and they have the historical railroad depot downtown. And if you want to take a tour on the historical Blue Ridge Railway, you can do that as well. Blue Ridge also has exceptionally good schools compared to bigger cities, and they can compete with those bigger cities when it comes to schools and sports. Blue Ridge has been a draw for many retirees and family with kids that actually want a little bit more peaceful environment and quieter environment away from the big city life. Blue Ridge has a lot to offer when it comes to housing, from apartments, condos, regular residential homes in town, as well as log cabins in the mountain, or upscale lakefront properties with decks on each level to overview the lakes or the mountains. That beautiful view and area has drawn a lot of retirees and family with kids to live a more peaceful life, and a lot of them also buy vacation homes out there. Because of that desirability, the prices in Blue Ridge have gone up, and in 2021 the average home price in Blue Ridge, Georgia was $599,000, and that's why Blue Ridge came in at number 3 of the most expensive cities in Georgia. Number 2 on the list is Johns Creek, just northeast of Atlanta in Fulton County, and this city was just incorporated in 2006, and ever since then it has been growing rapidly. Johns Creek was rated one of the top cities in all of the United States to raise your family. And that is probably because public schools, private schools, and charter schools are one of the best rated in all of the United States, with numerous activities for your children, from theater to sports. You got it all there. And that is probably one reason why a lot of people are drawn to Johns Creek with their families, because it is supposedly one of the best cities in all of the United States to raise your family in. Johns Creek has drawn a lot of families, including high-wage earners, over the last couple of years. And they have everything from country club communities to new construction communities, custom-built communities, in-town condos and apartments. And the desirability of Johns Creek caused the home prices to go bazingas. Absolutely bazingas. Johns Creek median home price is double the national average. This is absolutely insane. And the average home price of homes in Johns Creek is just $742,000. I mean, for Georgia, that is a lot of money. So this is why Johns Creek is number 2 of the most expensive cities in the state of Georgia. The most expensive city to buy, live, or move to in Georgia is also one of the newest cities in Georgia, Milton. Milton is 40 minutes north of Atlanta and offers a peaceful retreat for those who want to escape the busy and hectic city living. Milton, Georgia offers what a lot of large cities offer as well, just on a quieter scale. Milton has hiking trails, country clubs, aquatic centers, local festivals, independently owned boutiques and restaurants, but on a way quieter lifestyle than in the bustling and hustling Atlanta metro area. The biggest drawing points for Milton, Georgia is the peaceful living, the retreat from the stressful city life, and Milton has everything else that bigger cities have as well. Also, Milton has top-ranked schools with multiple activities for their students, and Milton public schools have one of the highest passing rates in the whole United States. This is why home prices in Milton went up like crazy over the last couple of years. Milton, Georgia has the highest home prices in the entire state of Georgia. And from custom-built communities to regular super nice subdivisions and multi-acre lots to horse farms, you can buy it all in Milton, Georgia. With a super low unemployment rate and a super high average income, people in Milton can afford those properties. And the average home price in Milton is $1.29 million. That is a lot. I mean, from 742 to 1.2 million, that is a big jump. So therefore, Milton, Georgia is the most expensive city in the state of Georgia when it comes to moving, living, or buying a house in. So this was my video for this week about the top 5 most expensive cities in the state of Georgia when it comes to buying a house or living in. And if you enjoyed it, make sure you smash that like button and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you want to check out the top 5 most affordable cities in Georgia, check out the video up here, and I'll see you in the next one.